Just as you thought guns, swords and jumping on enemies could solve all the gaming world's problems, along comes a game to show us the power of music. Hameln no Violin Hiki, or Violinist of Hameln. It is based on an anime that was in turn based on a manga by Michiaki Watanabe. Apparently the manga was comical, but the anime leaned more toward drama. However, the game takes it back to a comical style, and for the better in my opinion. You play as the titular violinist, being recruited by the pink-clad girl Flute to save the town from ogres and such. Already accompanying the violinist is a black bird named Oboe. And yes, similarly to Mega Man, most characters are named after music terms. Although, unlike Mega Man, this game is focused around classical music rather than rock and roll. The game is a platformer, but the puzzle kind of platformer, and it does that very well. You can shoot notes from your violin, which kills enemies, but there will also be many other obstacles in the way that you have to get around. Flute and Oboe are along for the ride, and especially Flute needs some extra attention. You can't control her directly, but if you press X, Oboe displays call, and she will follow you. Press again and she stands still. You'll need to switch between these to meet the different challenges. You can stand on her as a platform, or pick her up to throw at enemies or breakable walls. Flute can transform into a bunch of different forms. You start out with an ostrich that can walk over spikes, and you pick up more as you go on, like a frog, a robot, and a curling stone. Sometimes it's very obvious which needs to be used, and sometimes not. Flute is invincible, but she does have a health bar. If you clear a level without having it reach 0, you get a bonus. If you do let it reach 0, you'll notice it by her exasperated look. That leads me to the graphics, which are very well done. The expressions on the characters, especially Flute, are funny, and the game overall has a very colorful and polished look to it. It's a beautiful game, and it sounds beautiful too, thanks to the music that I believe is mostly at least based on classical music from Bach, Beethoven, Mozart and the rest. I quite like this puzzle platforming approach, and it's well balanced, so there's a mix of enemies to kill like normal and puzzly bits to overcome. And the graphics and character designs are lovely, so this would be a 10 out of 10 game, right? Well, I have one small and one big complaint. The small is the time limit. During a regular stage it's not a huge problem. But in the castle levels, it's a bit too strict, which discourages the level of exploration I would like to do. My big complaint is that this game has no continue system. It has unlimited continue, sure, but no passwords and no save system. What? I mean, this game is not short. It takes me over 20 minutes to get to the first boss, and there are 3 more worlds, or movements as they're cleverly called here. There are no stage select codes either. So if you want to play this, bring along a big bag of patience. Still, I heartily recommend this game. Other than it being based on an anime and manga, and Flute holding a cross in the beginning, I don't see why this couldn't have been released. It really is a very good game.